Hey guys, Priscilla here, your Pampered Chef consultant, always here to help you save some time and money in the kitchen. I am making one out of our Tastebuds recipes, a everything but the bagel mac and cheese tonight. I know it's going to make more than I need, so hopefully I'll be able to give some away. But what I've done, I'm making a mornay sauce, and that's basically butter and flour, but you can use arrowroot or cornstarch, depending on your dietary needs, and milk to make a sauce. Now to that, I've added a tablespoon of our everything but the bagel seasoning. And that is a blend of all different kinds of seeds and, sesame seeds, and what else we put in there? Veggies, different things like that. But we're gonna do so I'm waiting for this to thicken, and it's getting thick now. You kind of want to bring it to a boil, and then after it comes to a boil, you let it cook for about a minute. But it's getting nice and thick, and then to that we're going to add our cheeses. Now I'll show you real quick. I like to keep stirring this so I don't scorch it. I'm going to turn that down. I used our coarse grater to grate cheese, and I used both sides so to show you the difference in the shreds. You can see the coarse is very coarse thicknesses, and then our fine is nice and fine shredded. So I just wanted to show you that before I add our cheeses into this. And we're going to melt our cheeses in here. We're also going to add some cream cheese. That's going to add a little extra creaminess to it, and I think it'll turn out really good. We're going to bake that in our 2-quart enameled cast iron in the oven, which I need to turn on the oven. And to that you can add, and you can make your pasta gluten-free. You can do gluten-free flour, or like I said, do the arrowroot or cornstarch. And then gluten-free panko with a tablespoon of butter, melted butter, and another tablespoon and a half of everyday seasoning. So everything but the bagel seasoning. So that's all done. Let's go ahead and put our cheeses in here. Well, you need to keep that heat. We're going to turn the heat to low. And it calls for a cup of cheese. I went by ounces. I think it's more accurate, especially whenever your shreds are different thicknesses like that. So 4 ounces of and I do a sharp cheddar. That gives you a lot more flavor than your regular mild cheddar. So we want to make sure we get all those in there, and then we're going to add some cream cheese to that as well. Another 4 ounces of cream cheese. And if you can cube that up, all the better, so it melts a lot faster. But it's a nice, easy, meatless meal for you. So we're going to stir that till it's melted. I'm going to stir this into the pasta that's already cooked. Whatever pasta you have on hand. You can do penny pasta, cavatappi pasta. I had, let's see what the recipe calls for. They tell you to try cavatappi pasta. I had pipe rigate, which is more of a pipe, little tubular type pasta. That's what I'm using. So cook that and drain it. And I always like to cook it al dente. I cook it the minimum amount of time so it doesn't get over baked or over mushy being baked in the oven. So as this comes together, the cream cheese is taking a little bit longer. Oh, I wanted to tell you about that sauce whisk. That new sauce whisk is great. I love the angle on the handle, because I don't have to bend my wrist or anything. So if you've got any problems with stirring or arthritis, that is so nice. There's no more twisting around or whatever to do with a regular sauce whisk, but that just really has a nice angle on it. And it has the silicone coated stainless whisk. It's nice and sturdy and stiff. So that's been working out really good. We're going to stir this into our pasta. Top it off with the panko and everything bagel, and pop that in the oven for about a half hour, 25 minutes or so, till that panko gets nice and browned. And I will tell you, I almost made a mistake by not putting enough of my thickening agent in it. And now your thickening agent is going to be your arrowroot, cornstarch, or your flour, whichever one you use. And it's never going to get thick if you don't put enough of that in. Okay, so and whenever you're doing any kind of bechamel sauce, it's usually equal parts of butter and flour. This I did 2 tablespoons to 3. And that's looking pretty good. So we're going to pour that into our, just a little bit of cream cheese. I should have cut it up in smaller cubes or taken it out of the refrigerator sooner. Nice ways to soften cream cheese. Room temperature, but you don't want to leave it out more than 3 hours. It will spoil. Or you can pop it in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds if you want it softened. For something like this, 10 to 15 minutes out at room temperature is good enough. And I didn't do that. So let's go ahead and pull this over. We're going to turn that off, pull that over, and we're going to pour that. Let's get rid of this. So you're going to get flavor on top, you're going to get flavor in the cheese sauce as well from that everything but the bagel seasoning. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that up a little bit. I have my 2-quart casserole greased for that. See if I can do this without making a big mess, right? Not sure that I can, but let's go ahead and try. That looks good. Smells good. And I like to get every bit of goodness out, so I'm going to just go ahead and scrape that. And this is going to be a really cheesy recipe. So that could be dinner, or you can use it as a side dish, whichever you prefer. But it's definitely meatless. And if you want to try something different, those Tastebuds seasonings, I've been enjoying each and every one. I did the pizza chili last week, and we've got this week. So if you're ever in a bind those what to cook for dinner, it kind of gives you some great ideas. Plus there is a hub exclusive to subscribers with additional recipes. And I'll show, post a little quick clip of pictures that you can see what kind of things you have accessible to you, including the add-on marketplace, which is available right now for people to order, that will come with their October subscriptions. And there's no extra shipping charges for that as well. So let's go ahead, pop that in the oven. I'm gonna wash my hands here. Gotta let that preheat just a little bit more. I'm gonna pop it in the oven. I will come back with a finished picture of it. I do thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day. Talk to you soon.